'cause we got so much history. Here with you is where I'm meant to be. Even after all the pain, I do it all again. 'Cause we got so much history. We got so much history. Wrapped up in these memories.
Yes, people, welcome back to another stream on SINCLAIRO. It's really good to be back. Obviously, I'm back after about an 11-day rest. I've just been very busy. On the weekend, I went to see Arsenal Women's on Sunday. They lost 1-0 to Liverpool. Great game, though. Went up with sister T, my mum's old uni friend from Uganda. She was really nice. We went to a Japanese restaurant. Obviously, saw Arsenal win. Obviously, Lons beat Arsenal. We'll be talking about that and many other games in the Premier League. Great games in the Premier League. Obviously, Arsenal bouncing back after the North London derby against Bournemouth. Chelsea finally getting a win and Mudryk scoring. Man United losing. Man City losing. So both the Manchester teams losing. Arsenal, Chelsea, Burnley all getting a win. We've got a full panel today. True Guna hasn't seen my link yet, so he will be joining soon. Tubi Podcast said he could possibly join. Arrest will be joining later because he's eating. But I've got two guests in the back room. One is a Huddersfield fan and a Man United fan, and the other is a Man United fan. It's really good to have one of them back because he hasn't been in the channel for a while. And the other one is a regular on the show. He's usually on every stream. But as I said, Arrest will be joining later, maybe like 10 minutes late. True Guna is yet to join, and Tubi Podcast is a maybe. Also, Stephen, Mr. B, I'm going to try and get him to join. Manny and Hanno are doing a stream, so they won't be joining. Joel isn't available. Ronan, JPT, or the Out of Time Podcast. He's called, I think, Keeping It Chelsea now. And Hardeep all weren't available. So it's got a full panel, hopefully. Just waiting for a few people to join, and obviously got some people about. Let me add my best now. I'm going to add him first because it's been a while since he's been on the channel, all the way from Nigeria. He had a power cut last time, so he couldn't join, but he's back today. It's Toby, Man United fan. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. It's been a while. It feels good to be back.
Yeah,
series of unfortunate events.
And obviously Man United haven't been doing well since you've been on off the stream. Worst start in 34 years, actually. So you've got 9 points in 7 games, and you just lost to Galatasaray as well. So it's not looking good. What's your issue with Ten Hag then, Toby? Do you still want him to stay, or do you want him to leave?
Well, for me, I think I really want Ten Hag to stay. It's not. Yeah. The manager is not the problem. We've seen this before.
What do you think it's the players' problem then? Do you think it's the players' problem?
Yeah, I think it's the players' problem actually. Coupled with injuries. But injuries is not a problem because the players available, if you check the amount of money they collect, some of them are close to 100k or they collect above 100k. So they should be good enough to to put in a good performance. So for me, I think the players are the problems. Not.
Yeah, and obviously in the Man United game against Galatasaray, Højlund did well, 2 goals, obviously an offside goal as well. But obviously, Zaha, former Man United player, scoring equaliser, Icardi scoring, and obviously Aurier, former Tottenham player, getting 2 assists in that game. It's very impressive. So I've currently got the Man City game on 1 minute and 20 seconds in, and my friend, who is a regular on the show, is watching the Newcastle game, so he'll be keeping me up to date. You know him from his channel, Huddersfield Fan TV or HTFC. He is also on Instagram. Also, like me, he's got EAFC24. Ores got it today as well, so he beat me 6-2 on FIFA. But yeah, he's obviously watching the Newcastle PSG game, 0-0 at the moment, and of course, Huddersfield fan Ryan and Man United fan. How you doing?
Yes, not so bad.
Obviously a bit of a cold, yeah.
Yeah, I've got a bit of a cold at the moment. It's probably people can tell with the voice change, but yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah.
But behind the football, the football's quite disastrous at the moment, as we know. So yeah, not great, but it's good to be here, and I'm looking forward to
Not good result for Huddersfield the other day as well, wasn't it? Was it 4-1 Birmingham?
Yeah.
Swansea are winning at the moment, my team, so that's good. Also, the Newcastle game is 0-0, and I'm watching the Man City game, which is 0-0. So yeah, I think the only English teams left to play are Liverpool, Aston Villa, and Brighton, all playing tomorrow in the Europa League and the Conference League. Arsenal lost to Lens, and Man United obviously lost to Galatasaray as well. Man City are playing, and Newcastle are playing as well. So the Europa League and Conference League teams are playing tomorrow. 2 English teams playing today, and 2 English teams lost yesterday. So we're obviously going to start. Oh, there's a bit of background noise, Ryan. Have you got the volume on?
No, Toby, it's you. I think it's
Toby,
you.
have you got background noise?
Background noise.
Yeah, have you got? Are you watching something?
Yeah. I think I am. Okay.
Oh, can you turn it off? Oh, he's muted his mic.
Yeah, just turn it down. I think. Yeah, then
Yeah,
that's
turn it down.
it.
Yeah. So we're gonna start off with this. Obviously, no Arsenal fans back me up, but I know Chuguna will hopefully be joining. Manny is obviously unavailable. Joel is unavailable. DJ Crate is unavailable. So I seem like the only Arsenal fan at the moment. Obviously, it's 2 against 1, 2 Man United fans, 1 Arsenal fan. Obviously, Ryan is a Huddersfield fan, but his Premier League team is Man United. And the guys, if you are watching, make sure you do subscribe. We're on 1,080 subscribers at the moment, so 20 away from the big aim. So we've got the rest of October, November, and December to go to get 1,100 for the end of the year. We've got a comment here. Oh, it's Aidan Tate, Huddersfield fan. He says, "Big up, lads. Hope you're all okay." Yeah, not talked much about Huddersfield. Lol, absolutely embarrassing yesterday. Ryan, what's your thoughts on this comment?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I didn't see the game, but
Oh yeah, you were at the Man United game, weren't you?
yeah, I didn't see the game. I was at the Man United game yesterday, and I hadn't even watched the highlights because of the score. So I thought no point. But yeah, it sounds embarrassing.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah, enough said. But guys, if you are in the comments, please do comment. I'll shout out all the comments. We're of course going to start with Bournemouth 0, Arsenal 4. Arsenal bouncing back after a 2-2 draw against Spurs in the North London derby. Toby, we'll let you start first because it's been a while since you've been on the channel. So Arsenal 4, Bournemouth 0. What's your thoughts on the game?
Arsenal. Well, it's typical Arsenal this season. They've been on and off, if you know what I mean. But in terms of performance-wise, they've not really been in it. But they've managed to be able to, to get the point. Winning 4-0. It speaks volume actually, because you look at Bournemouth. They've been shaky. They've been dusty, but not really. Bad as bad. They've kind of surprised a lot of people in terms of results. I think they've beaten a big team this season, if you know what I mean. So
yeah,
it's not a surprise actually for Arsenal to to slap up Bournemouth. A good performance. I didn't watch the game. But
no, I did. I think it was a 3 o'clock kickoff, Toby, so it wasn't on telly.
Okay, it wasn't. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's typical Arsenal. It's much is expected. It's easy for Arsenal to beat Bournemouth, and they rose to the occasion and got the point. The 3 points, which is what matters. Scoring 4 goals, away from home. It's pretty decent for Arsenal. It's pretty decent.
Yeah. And Ryan, we'll move on to you now. I know you're a Man United fan, but what's your thoughts on Arsenal 4, Bournemouth 0?
Yeah, obviously. I think obviously a good win for Arsenal. Obviously getting 4 goals away from home, but yeah, Bournemouth. Obviously, I didn't actually watch the game. Like you said, we didn't actually watch. I didn't watch the highlights either. But yeah, obviously Bournemouth apparently did start well. I heard, and obviously, but Arsenal took control quite soon after, and then obviously, yeah, the goals came then. So yeah, I think Bournemouth really at home, they should really have tried to impose themselves a bit more than they did. If your player ratings are averaging, 5 or 6 from Bournemouth's point of view, you're not going to win a game like this. You need to be, 7 or 8, maybe 8 or 9 kind of thing. But yeah, good win for Arsenal, but Bournemouth, yeah, we'll just have to go again in the next games. But yeah, I don't really know. I don't really have anything else to say about this game. But like I say, good win. A win's a win. Away from home, 4 goals for Arsenal. So fair play.
Yeah. And finally, as an Arsenal fan, I'll get my thoughts on the game. Obviously, good win for Arsenal. As Ryan said, 4 goals away from home is amazing. Obviously, Saka with the first goal, a header, deflection off the goalkeeper and a header in. Then obviously penalty, Odegaard scored. Good penalty. obviously won by Odegaard as well, I think. Then another penalty ball handed to Kai Havertz, and he scored his first Arsenal goal. And then Ben White with the lucky goal at the end. Obviously, let me guys just show you. This is so this is how my fantasy team did. I got 85 points. So Ben White got me 14. Odegaard got me 17. Aurier got me 6. Trippier got me 12. Then Luton Player got me 3, 6. Fernandez, and then obviously Haaland disappointed me with captain. Maddison disappointed me as well. But I've also got a different team next week as well. This is my team next week. So Diaby, Salah, Son captain, Maddison, Archer, Alvarez, Haaland, Cash, Areola, and
Wow,
Udogi. So
smashed it.
yeah, I did smash it. I used my wild card and I'm using my free hit next week. So saving my triple captain and bench boost. But yeah, good win for Arsenal. Good goals from Ben White, Havertz, Saka, and Odegaard. Really good for Havertz to get his first goal for Arsenal. Obviously, he went 7 games without scoring a goal. Now his 8th game, he finally scored a goal. So it's really good for him to get the goal and give him confidence boost. He played well against Lens as well. Obviously, we lost. He had the big chance where he missed it. He played the whole game. He looked good as well. But obviously, we will get back to this game when more people join. When True Gunagoin joins, hopefully he joins and we talk about the game with him. And when Arrest joins, and when if Stephen joins, and obviously if Two Boot Podcast joins, and obviously it'll be interesting to see if Two Boot Podcast joins because Chelsea getting a good win with Mudrak scoring, which is in the title, and obviously this game's in the title as well. So we'll be talking about this game a lot. And as an Arsenal fan, it's a really good win. Obviously, we're 3rd in the league now with the second team unbeaten. So obviously Tottenham have won 5 and drawn 2. They drew 1-1 to Liverpool, 2-2 to Brentford, and also 2-2 to Arsenal. Sorry, and they won 5 games. Arsenal drew 2-2 to Tottenham, and I think they drew to Brentford. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But we've won 5 games. We're unbeaten. Tottenham and Arsenal, the 2 unbeaten teams. Like, it was 4, it was 5, so it's gone down gradually. And if Arsenal obviously play Man City at home, I went to the Emirates Stadium to see Arsenal women play, and they lost 1-0 to Liverpool. But good game, good atmosphere, 54,000 people, record-breaking attendance for a women's game. So that was amazing. But yeah, basically, if we win that game, I think we can win the league because obviously we'll go top of the league. And then if Tottenham draw or lose, we can go top of the league. And if we beat Man City, it just gives us confidence boost. And obviously we will talk about it. But Man City, obviously, beating Man City losing to Wolves. So yeah, but we'll talk about that. But big up Aiden, of course, in the comments. Make sure you guys do comment on the video. I don't know if I like this layout. Let me just change it back. But yeah, good result for Arsenal. We will move back to that when Chuguna joins and when Arrest joins. Let's talk about your team, guys, now. Obviously, Man United lost 1-0 to Crystal Palace after beating them 3-0 in the Carabao Cup, and obviously just recently lost yesterday 3-2 to Galatasaray. We'll start off with you, Ryan, because we started off with Toby last time. Obviously, you went to the Galatasaray game as well. So what's your thoughts on Man United 0, Crystal Palace 1? Oh, you're muted, Ryan. You're muted.
Sorry, I was muted because I didn't want to be coughing. Sorry, yeah. Oh, wow. I don't know where to start with this one. First of all, I can't understand, and I've questioned Ten Hag's team selections, quite a lot, actually. And to me, you can't really be changing a side that won in midweek against the same opposition. I think you have to keep it the same. Obviously, made a few changes, which I thought was baffling. But the game itself, it was just so poor. I mean, obviously, Palace spent half the time wasting, to be fair. And obviously, they got their goal. A very poor goal to concede again. I mean, I'm sorry, but defending it's just a shambles. It really is. There's no leadership at the back at all. But even, when you go 1-0 down, you expect a reaction, but you just don't get it, and obviously, it has to be so much better. And, Crystal Palace came here to frustrate, and they certainly did frustrate. But like I said, they were time wasting quite a lot, which is quite annoying. But yeah, another another loss in the Premier League, and yeah, it's if you feel like kind of 2 steps forward and then you're going 2 steps back again, and you're back to square one. But yeah, nowhere near good enough. Like I said, team selection not good for me. I want to see Garnacho start. I know people say he's a super sub, but for me, he's not a super sub. He can start games. At least he shows pride in the badge and gives it his all. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like I said, it was a 1-0 result, but I just can't accept performances like this. It was slow, no tempo. Nobody wanted the ball. We're at home. You expect more from us here. So yeah, not good enough. Very annoyed about it. But yeah, don't know what else to say. But yeah, Toby, I'm sure you'll have a better summary than me. But yeah.
Yeah, Toby, we'll move on to obviously a Man United fan. Obviously, Ryan is a Huddersfield fan, but he does have a soft spot for Man United. Obviously, you're on mute, Toby. You're on mute. There you go. So, Toby, what's your thoughts on Man United 0, Crystal Palace 1?
Well, it's shambolic because
And we've got Arrest in the stream. Big up, Arrest.
Big up, man. Big up.
Yeah, big up, Arrest.
Big up.
Yeah, so like I was saying, I said it's absolutely shambolic, because you look at the team, you look at Manchester United, you look at how they've played for, since the season started. They've put up a performance, but in terms of clinicality, like being clinical, scoring the goals, it has been lacking. How do I mean? They can create a lot of chances. They can just walk the ball into the box, but the decision making in the final third, that has been the problem. In terms of at least scoring goals, scoring more than at least 2-3 goals, because you see they can shoot like maybe 20 goals, or sorry, 20 shots, 15, 10, whatever it is, and at the end of the day they can just score like maybe 1, 2, 3. It shows there's a problem in terms of decision making. And also in terms of defense, you look at how the mentality is like they switch off.
1-0 Newcastle. 1-0 Newcastle.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
So
go on. Carry on.
All right, you look at the mentality in terms of scoring and allowing your opponent score goals. It's crazy. Like, that is Manchester United, typical Manchester United for you this season. But the Crystal Palace game, Manchester United Crystal Palace game, we had all the possession you can think of in this world. We created all the chances, more shots on goal and off target. But that's what I was talking about. In terms of the decision making. Thank God for Rasmus Højlund, but he's quite understandable. He needs that time to adapt to the Premier League, but he's still quality. But you look at the remaining, let's say, 8-9 players on the pitch. What do? They create a lot of chances, but the decision making, like I said, it's crazy. We know injuries are the problems. We know a lot of players we have like maybe 7, 8, 9 players that are out injured. But what about the guys on the pitch? What are they doing? They are just, I don't know. Words cannot describe how subpar that they've been, which is not good at all. We just played into the hands of Crystal Palace and they didn't play much.
And what were your thoughts on the goal, Toby? The goal that Crystal Palace scored. What's your thoughts?
Well, trust me, I would say it's deserving because they waited for the chances to come, and they scored the goal, which for me, I don't know. Manchester United is, when you think about them, it's worrying. They kind of make you panic a lot. But for me, I think the goal was deserving. The goal was deserving of Crystal Palace. We created all the chances, we could not convert, but saw that opportunity. Was it who scored the goal again? I can't remember.
Anderson.
It was Anderson, yeah.
Anderson, yeah.
That was superb. Like,
great goal, yeah.
Superb. A great goal, actually, a great goal. They waited for the chances to come and they executed it. It was they were pretty lucky, actually. They were fortunate to score one.
Yeah. And for any Scottish fans, Celtic are 1-0 up against Lazio. So anyone interested in that, and the Man City game is still 0-0, 17 minutes in. But Arrest, big up for joining. So Ryan and Toby have talked about the game, Man United game. What's your thoughts on Man United 0, Crystal Palace 1?
Yeah, I mean, what can I say really? The goal that Palace scored, just a classic set piece. Like United, we can't deal with set pieces, man. And this is I've been on about the set piece coach Eric Ramsey. Like people just like to overhype coaches that really they're incompetent. Like Eric Ramsey, what's the praise for him to give him for a set piece coach? Because really, yes, it's a good goal, but we should be defending that. We should be really defending that. But listen, it was a horrible game, and I don't get it from Tanan because I feel like he's lost that ruthlessness from him from last season. Because last season, obviously, he phased out David De Gea, he phased out Maguire, phased out Ronaldo, such and such, and then you can't phase out someone like Rashford, who, for me, is not performing at his best. He really isn't, and doesn't even try hard enough. You got players like Garnacho, I think he came off for like 10 minutes or so. He played better than Rashford the whole game. So for me, I don't get it. You can drop Maguire and these others that I mentioned, but you can't drop Rashford. He's probably on the new contract. Well, there's probably a statement where you can drop him on the new contract. So I just don't get it from me. And yeah, listen, Palace deserve to win, man. All credits to them. I mean, we only showed up in the Carabao Cup game. For me, this is what I can interpret from those.
So would you rather win in the Carabao Cup or win in the Premier League?
I would probably win both, really, so I can lose. But for me, it just shows that these players they don't care about the fans. They really don't. Yeah. Last season, it would have been different because our Old Trafford we was excellent, but now they just don't care. They don't press. They don't do
care.
Anything.
Yeah. The off the ball mentality. It's crazy. It's
and for
crazy,
people that are calling Ten Hag, I mean, listen, I'm going to say this here. Yes, you can say all the Breckle's broken, he's broken, and all these stuff. But let's be honest. Okay, we sack him. Who are we getting? Because for me, what I see is if we do sack him, we'll probably give Stephen McLaren interim. And then if he does well, we'll
Bring back Ollie. No.
For me, I just don't get why United fans want Ten Hag out already because.
But you've had your worst start in 34 years. You've had your worst start in 34 years. You've got 9 points in 7 games.
The thing is, if you look at it, we've seen this before. We've seen this whole drama before. And sacking the manager is not the solution. It's going to make it worse. Because we've gone to a level with Ten Hag where we have to trust him. We have to back him. Like I said before, we have about 8 players that are out injured. So they'll come back. They'll return, obviously.
For me, this Brentford game is huge. Sorry to cut you off there. The Brentford game is huge. If he carries on playing Rashford and Bruno, listen, he's gonna.
We know he's gonna do that. He's gonna do that.
He's gonna do.
He does it every week. That. He's not going to change, and he deserves the criticism he's getting.
I think Garnacho should be playing.
Garnacho has to start for me, but he never does.
And Amrabat, he played well.
Well, he always starts early, so I don't know.
Yeah.
For me, Amrabat is never a left back, but we have to do that because
he's a CDM, isn't he, or an attacker?
Yeah, CDM. But obviously, this board is incompetent, and obviously, Reguilon getting injured. Not a surprise because his injury record is.
What was that game where Reguilon played well, and you said he was the man of the match? What game was that? Was that the Bayern Munich game?
Might have been, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it might have been Bayern Munich. But listen, for me, I'm still wondering what's going on with Malacio. For me, I don't know what the hell. There's no updates. Apparently, we'll be back soon, but there's no updates.
See you, Ryan. See ya.
But for me, Lindelof is back to Lindelof now because. Yeah, he's not been good, but in the Brentford game, I want to see Maguire starting ahead of Lindelof. I do.
You want Maguire to start? What about Johnny Evans?
No, none of Johnny. No, none of it.
You know what I think? You know what I think? I actually feel the players are not good enough because Maguire will start and will definitely have problems. He will definitely commit,
What about Varane?
errors. And
Yeah,
Varane
Varane.
is okay.
Yeah.
Varane is okay, but we need like two or three Varane type of player, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
People who are good with the
But
ball in
Lindelof
terms
is
of
good. Lindelof is better than
Lindelof. No,
Ollie, no.
yeah, he's
He's better
good.
than
But you
Maguire.
look at yeah, he's
Maguire
better
scored
because
no goal against Ukraine. Lindelof doesn't do that.
No,
Lindelof
listen,
has more pace. He has more pace than Maguire,
Yeah,
obviously, and
Maguire has no pace though.
yeah,
yeah,
we know that. But defending wise, I would rather have Maguire. Listen, I know Maguire's Maguire, and we all don't like him. But listen, we have to come at this point at a situation where we only got Lindelof, Maguire, and Evans. Out of those three, I am picking Maguire. Evans, yes, I can understand. 35. Listen, Evans I might bring him on at half time, and that's it maximum. I don't think he can play the whole 90 minutes, but I think he did that. But no, Evans.
Well, that happened in the Arsenal game where he was benched and he brought on Maguire
Evans
and
then again, this club brought Evans, where clearly Ten Hag wanted Todibo or someone else. So
Manchester City are 1-0 up against
yeah,
Leipzig.
thank you Ollie, for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, we're going to centre backs. We must sign someone in January, and we're looking at already scouting, and the buzzwords are back. We're scouting. We're looking in the options. Just go and get one, man. I'm sick of these buzzwords. Just go and get one.
What centre back would you take at Man United then?
I'll take this Benfica centre back. I forgot his name, but there's a Benfica centre back that we're looking at, so I'll take him.
What's his name?
Antonio Silva.
Yeah, Antonio Silva, him.
Yeah.
Todibo is one to keep an eye on, in my opinion.
Oh, goal for Foden.
Yeah, Ollie, thank you for that.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, listen, we should get a centre back. And really, listen, well, let's see, because Brentford, if we don't win, that atmosphere, listen, the crowd's not going to accept that loss. If we was to lose Saturday, I'm pretty sure tonight out is going to be trending, and you know what will happen. The owners,
No, he's not going to get sacked.
The owners and the board will listen to the fans when they say Tenag out, and they'll just do it. They'll pull the trigger, and they'll give.
He's not going to get sacked though. They just
they'll
want him
give
to
Steve
get
McLaren
sacked.
the interim job.
Who's Steve McLaren?
Is
he the assistant?
Tenag's assistant, yeah.
Yeah, right. So we're going to go through the comments before we move on. Ryan Gaming, big up, mate. Big up the rest of us. So big up everyone in the chat. Wayland, I think that was when Newcastle took the lead. Mistake from Maconius there. Man United are shambles. Viva Ganacho, and then he said he got to go by. So yeah, big up Ryan Gaming, obviously friend of mine on Snapchat and Instagram. But yeah, before we talked about this game, the rest we talked about the Arsenal game. So let's get your thoughts on Bournemouth nil Arsenal 4.
Yeah, pretty much. I think it was higher than what I expected for prediction, but no, listen, it was a good win for Arsenal. Bournemouth, they didn't show anything really. So, but no, yeah, listen, Arsenal good win. Obviously, Calvert scored, and yeah, listen, they gave him a charity penalty. So yeah, it was a charity penalty. So they played for charity. So yeah, but no, listen.
Ben White got a goal as well. Good for him to get a goal.
Yep. And also, obviously, I think now Raya has started. I think he's going to be the number one.
Raya is better than Ramsdale now, I think. Yeah.
But now listen, it was a good one from Arsenal. Bournemouth, they need to start shaking up, man, because if they don't, I could see them being in trouble soon. So yeah, it was a good win for Arsenal. Yeah.
Ores, what's your thoughts on Ramsdale? Do you think he'll ever come back?
He'll come back, but it depends. Like if you're playing, let's say Arsenal Luton, I think that's when Ramsdale plays. I don't think
maybe Arsenal Sheffield United. Maybe
I don't think Ramsdale plays in the big games for me. So
no. What about Man City though? Who will start, Raya or Ramsdale?
Probably Raya.
Yeah, probably Raya. But I wouldn't be surprised if Ramsdale, because Ramsdale likes those sort of games. He likes North London derby. He likes Man City, Man United. He likes Chelsea. He likes those sort of games. Liverpool, he likes those sort of games, and he played 76 out of 78 games before that Everton game where Raya started. So for me, yeah, as you said, I think Luton, Sheffield United, all these shit teams, he should be starting. yeah, obviously we've all talked about that, but True Guna is hopefully joining. I don't know if he is going to join, but if he does join, we'll go back to that game. A game that I will surely get the Man United fans forgetting about their weekend. Man City lost 2-1 to Wolves. Wolves 2, Man City 1. So Man City dropping points. Obviously, they're still top of the league because Arsenal drew 2 games and Tottenham drew 2 games. We'll start off with you, Toby. So what's your thoughts on Wolves 2, Man City 1? Toby, you're muted.
Sorry about that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think Man City and Wolves, I think they have a thing. Wolves always threaten Man City, like they always come out big time on Man City, and it's never easy for City. This is the Premier League, and you can expect surprises from any team at any given moment. Well, credit to Wolves, they were able to um, to hold down City in every area, every angle. You know, you look at the quality, you look at the players in terms of players quality. You notice City have the upper hand, but it's not. It didn't start today. It didn't start today. We've seen that in previous seasons where Wolves come up with surprises and they get the results. Fantastic gameplay from Wolves. The concentration was spot on, and they were able to do the job thanks to their managers and to the lads who scored. Because I didn't watch the match actually, I didn't watch this match, but I wasn't surprised seeing Wolves beating City, even though the expectation is for City to beat Wolves, but it's the Premier League. We've seen surprises. We saw Crystal Palace beat um, Manchester United. The 2 Manchester clubs lost so in the same day. Um, you know, Credit to Wolves, but it doesn't mean Wolves is a good team now. I wouldn't be surprised they will have to lose, the next game, 2-3 games at a stretch. But as for City, it's just pretty unfortunate they couldn't win. But it doesn't mean the performance was dusty. Absolutely not. It wasn't. So it's just one of those things. So, you know, City will
Yeah.
smash. We've seen them smashing Leipzig right now, right?
Yeah,
They're
it's
winning.
1-0 at the moment, 30 minutes in. So
That's
Um,
City. They will always
yeah.
find a way to bounce back.
Yeah, well, Fifth City, they go and lose a game. They lost twice to Brentford last season. They went on to win the league. So for this
Yeah.
season, they lost to Wolves, and they can go on and beat Leipzig, and then possibly go on and beat Arsenal again.
Absolutely.
So you never know. But
Yeah.
this is Man City. They go up, they lose a game, and then they go on with a 10-win streak, and then they lose a game.
Straight-
So they almost.
exactly.
This is Man City. They win 10 games, and then they lose one. They win 10 games, they lose one. So they win a big chunk of games, and then they go on to lose like a random game like Luton or Wolves or Arsenal or whatever. So for me, I do see City's dropping some points this season. Whether it helps Arsenal win the league, I don't know. But this is definitely one of the ways that's going to help us win the league. If we beat Man City on Sunday, that is a big chance for us to win the league. Because if Tottenham draw or lose, we go top of the league. And if Man City lose, then they've dropped 6 points in 2 games. So that is good for us.
gonna be
We'll move
hard.
on to you now, Ryan. Obviously, you're watching the Newcastle game, and I'm watching the Man City game. But what's your thoughts on Wolves 2, Man City 1?
Yeah, obviously, great win for Wolves. They really did take the game to Man City, and they got in their faces, they pressured them, and they played very well, and they deserved the win. And obviously, the good goal as well. But yeah, they deserved it. Obviously, at home they was, and like I said, no game is guaranteed. Man City, you can lose games. I know people think they can't, but they can lose, and they showed in this game that they were. Oh, there's a nasty injury here on the pitch, but yeah, Wolves won. They got a win. They deserved it. And to be fair, the fact that they struggled to score goals, they managed to score 2 in this game. So maybe things are starting to change slightly for them in that regard. I remember when they played Man United earlier on in the season, and they had so many chances but just couldn't put one away. And it's always been an issue for them getting goals. But yeah, great win. Always happy to see City lose. But obviously, it would have been nicer if obviously Man United won as well. That's what it's about. It doesn't really make it any better that they lost because Man United lost. So, well, It is what it is, but yeah, I'm glad that.
I'm just going to go back to this game because I didn't get to get my thoughts. Then we'll get Arrest's thoughts on the Man City game. But yeah, obviously Man United won 3-0 in the Carabao Cup and they're through to the next round against Newcastle. I think it's home away, or I think it's home because they've always at home. They've apparently Arrest said the last 12 home games they've had in the cup. But yeah, obviously Anderson getting the goal. He's in my fantasy team now, my free hit. So be looking forward to see if he can get me some points. I think he got 12 points in fantasy. I know a few people who did have him. Some people even benched him in fantasy. So for me, Crystal Palace, Man United are doing absolutely awful. Their worst start in 34 years. Obviously, they've got 9 points out of 7 games. They've lost both their Champions League games. Obviously, they won the Carabao Cup, which is good for them. They might go on and win it again. Obviously, the FA Cup hasn't started. Obviously, Western-super-Mare, my team, are playing in the qualifications. They beat Truro 1-0 in the first quarter round, and they're playing Maidenhead at home in the next qualification, which is round 2, I believe. And I actually went to the game against Richmond and Hammond, and they drew 1-1, which was in the league, and they're 14th in the league now at the moment. Their next home game is against Maidenhead at home in Weston. And they've got another home game in the league, which I might be going to in the 14th, depends. But I'm seeing fair ridings on the Thursday, the 12th. So anything clashes with that, I can't go. But Maidenhead is a big game in the FA Cup qualification. Obviously, there's qualifications, then there's the first round, second round, and then all the Premier League teams are in the third round. But Arrest, we'll move back to you now because obviously Wolves beat Man City 2-1. What's your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, listen, it would have been better if United won, but listen, good win for Wolves. They showed more fight in that game, and yeah, listen, it's not unpredictable Wolves to win, but listen, this is the Premier League. Any results can happen. So good win for Wolves. City, listen, you see, Pep likes crying, but Pep crying as always. Listen, for me, Wolves, like, United should be looking at Pedro Neto for me because he is a baller, man. And also,
yeah, he was linked with Arsenal, I think.
For me, I think if Sancho was to leave in January, which is highly likely, I think this is a brilliant replacement for Sancho. It'll make sense, but I don't know because I'm not part of the United board. Now, if I say let's get Neto, will be probably like, who are you, mate? Who are you? So, listen, for me, like I said, it's a good win for Wolves. Credit to them, fair play to Gary O'Neill and how he set up that game. And yeah, City, they're just going to have to see if they can.
Yeah, in terms of Man City, obviously they're going to win tonight, but do you think they can bounce back against Arsenal, or do you think Arsenal can get the 3 points?
I don't know, it's going to be a tight game. I'm not sure who's going to win. But yeah.
Maybe you'll predict a draw in that game, Arrest.
Probably a draw, yeah.
Yeah. I'll get my thoughts on the game, then we'll move on to a few other big games, and we'll move on to some of the games that aren't so big. But yeah, obviously Wolves getting the win. Good goal from Pedro Neto got the assist, basically, own goal from Ruben Diaz. And then Alvarez got the free kick goal, which he's in my fantasy team now. And I think he got quite a lot of points in fantasy as well. People putting him captain and transferring him in and stuff. So yeah, he got the goal. I think he got 9 points in the end. I know a few people in my league, in my Champions of Europe team, a lot of Man City supporters and my dad. I think there's my auntie Bex, her boyfriend Darren, her 3 sons, his 3 sons, and my dad. So there's 6 people, 2 Arsenal fans and 4 Man City fans. So for me, Alvarez is in my team now, and he's in my free hit team, and he is in my original team as well because I transferred him in for, I think, Darwin Núñez. But for me, Wolves, obviously Juan Chang with the goals to win the game. Man City easily could have won the game, or drawn the game with Haaland. Big chances for him, and he missed them. But yeah, good win for Wolves. Man City, they do need to bounce back. Now, obviously, they're 36 minutes into the game now. They're beating Leicester 1-0 with a goal from Foden. I don't know if anyone got the assist. I think it was Bernardo Silva. Rodri is back playing, by the way, after his suspension. He isn't suspended in the Champions League, but he will be suspended for the Arsenal game. And obviously, they're without Kevin De Bruyne as well. Gundogan's gone to Barcelona, and Mahrez has gone to the Saudi League. And obviously, Cole Palmer doing quite well at Chelsea at the moment. And talking about Chelsea, let's talk about Chelsea next. Chelsea in the title. Chelsea finally win. Obviously beating Brighton 1-0 in the Carabao Cup, scoring 3 goals in 1 week, which is a very surprise. And obviously Cole Palmer, I think he got the goal in the Brighton game. Correct me, maybe someone else. And Mudryk got the goal for Chelsea in this game. I'm not sure who got the other goal. I think it was Brodra. So good for Brodra to get goal. Obviously, Arrest's Albanian brother. But yeah, Arrest, I'll start with you. Obviously, Brodra getting a goal, Mudryk getting a goal, and Chelsea finally getting a win. What's your thoughts on Fulham 0, Chelsea 2?
Yeah, I mean, finally, Pochettino listened to me. By playing Broja, but no, listen, it was good to see Broja scoring, obviously, because of he had a long injury with his ACL. But no, listen, good win for Chelsea. They finally won a game. Yeah, listen, Fulham, I thought they were terrible, like, they didn't even show nothing. Like, Fulham, I've been impressed by them this season, to be fair, but I was quite surprised. But no, Chelsea played good. So credit to them. Broja with the goal. Hopefully he scored that for the Albanian team. Who knows, man, who knows. But yeah, no, good one for Chelsea. And yeah, let's see if they can keep this momentum now from Chelsea, because they're a bit on and off at the minute. So yeah, it's a good win for Chelsea. But like I said, Broja needs to keep starting, but also try and relax, because I heard that he did have to come off. So yeah, but no, good one for Chelsea, man. Fair play to them.
Yeah. And we'll move on to you, Ryan, next, of course. Arrest mentioned that Broja, his Albanian brother, scored, and obviously Mudryk finally scoring after not scoring in like 20-odd games. What's your thoughts on Fulham 0 Chelsea 2?
Yeah, well, I watched the game. I actually watched this game, actually, so we can have a bit of more of an understanding. But for me, yeah, good win for Chelsea, but I think that Fulham, their defending was woeful. I mean, they really did gift both the goals to Chelsea, really, and they just didn't really get anything going in this match. Not going forward, they didn't really offer much. But defensively, they give the ball away too much for me. I'm not giving any discredit to Chelsea because it was a good away performance from them, but from a Fulham point of view, you're going to be very disappointed with how they performed, absolutely. But yeah, Chelsea have been poor themselves this season. Like you said, the big question is now is, can they keep this going? And I don't know, that remains to be seen. But I don't really. You just don't know what you're going to get with this Chelsea team, I think. So we just have to wait and see. But yeah, good win for them, good away performance. But Fulham, they're not going to win any game playing like that. That's for sure.
And then Toby, finally moving on to you before I get my thoughts on the game. What's your thoughts on Fulham 0 Chelsea 2? You're muted, by the way. Toby? Oh, there we go. You're muted, Toby.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah. So what's your thoughts on Fulham 0 Chelsea 2?
Well, finally Chelsea got to win. They've been pretty unfortunate, because you look at Chelsea right from last season down to this season. They put up some good performances, but have been pretty unlucky to find the back of the net. It's the London derby, and good luck to them. Good luck to them. The performance was quite all right. But it has to do with the consistency. How consistently can Chelsea keep, they keep finding the back of the net, and let's hope, they'll be able to find their shape right after this game.
2-0
Maybe it's going to give them.
Newcastle.
Wow. So
Yeah,
let's see if he's gonna. Okay, let's see if he's gonna. He's gonna do something different for Chelsea, and glad Mudryk was able to, to find the back of the net after how many games?
Yeah, I think it's like 30 games, 28 games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
And you think about Havertz, it's only taken him 8 games to score a goal.
Ollie, calm down, Ollie.
So it's crazy, man, and I think I saw in the news. I saw a report where Pochettino had to, he gave him a book of his as a gift. He gave Modric a gift, a book gift.
Yeah.
So probably that one can actually motivate the likes of Modric to, to step up their games and all. Chelsea have been, you check the performance, they've been good. It's just the conversion, the clinicality. How clinical can they be? That has been the problem. And they just showed us what they are supposed to do against Fulham, the Fulham side, that were really dusty. So let's see if they'll be able to carry on in their next matchup.
Yeah.
I don't know who they're playing against, but let's see.
Chelsea?
But it was a very Chelsea.
Chelsea are playing. They're playing Burnley away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Burnley
and then
away.
they're playing Arsenal
Yes.
away. Then they're playing Arsenal away. Then they're playing Brentford at home. No, Arsenal at home, Brentford at home, and then the next game is Burnley away.
Okay, so let's see how it
Yeah.
goes. But they did really well. They did really well against
And
Fulham.
Chelsea are now 11th in the table behind Man United. But for me, I'll just echo what everyone else has said. Good for Mudryk to finally get a goal after 28 games. And obviously,
Yeah.
I'm not hyping him up, but Havertz did get a goal in 8 games. So, he's better than Mudryk.
Oh, dear God. It was a penalty, Ole. It was
it was a penalty, but it still counts as a goal,
That's
Ryan.
where you can only score from penalties. You can't score from outfield.
He scored in the
That's
winning
wrong.
Champions League final. So
Oh my God!
Oh,
Oli.
yeah.
Oh my.
Wait. I don't understand. Like, are you?
And Budgerov
Are you?
scored.
Do you like Havertz?
Yeah, I like Havertz. Yeah,
Oh
I think he's a great signing.
Oli, do you like McTominay as well?
No.
I bet if
highest scoring
McTominay was
game
playing for Arsenal,
of
you're
the
gonna
week,
like him.
Listen,
Aston
100%.
Villa 6, Brighton 1. We'll start for you, Toby. What's your thoughts on Aston Villa 6, Brighton 1?
To be honest, it was only Manchester United game I watched this past week. But judging by the results, I think Villa slapped up Brighton real big. Unai Emery is doing a fantastic job at that Aston Villa side, which I think Aston Villa is a team to watch in the Premier League this season. It's trust me, they are a team to watch. I was shocked. I wouldn't lie to you when I was just checking the score line of the dead score. I was shocked to see 6-1. I was like, what? The Brighton side, I think Brighton they beat somebody 4-1. I can't recall who they beat 4-1. Brighton, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, they won 5-1, yeah.
Was it 4-1 or 5-1?
Oh, are you talking about, I think it was Chelsea, wasn't it, against Brighton?
Was it No. I'm not sure it was Chelsea.
They beat Bournemouth 3-1 and they beat Man United 4-1. They beat Wolves and Luton 4-1. That's what they did. They beat Wolves and Luton.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
4-1, right? So that's
4-1.
the beauty. That's the beauty of the Premier League. But regardless, I think Aston Villa, Unai Emery is bringing in that attractive football. Aston Villa play attacking, attractive football. They play the high line. They try to play. It's more like an end-to-end game. You attack, we attack. And that is the kind of football that in this modern day, this contemporary times, that is what we play. Teams are trying to evolve into that attacking side. So, and I wasn't surprised to see this scoreline, even though 6 is too much. But I expected Villa they could win the match. So a good gameplay for Aston Villa, if you ask me. I don't know who scored. I can't remember who scored each goal.
Watkins scored 3 goals. Watkins scored 3 gols. Douglas Luiz scored, and Jacob Ramsey, and an own goal from Esputin, and then Fatty scored the Brighton goal.
So it's a good win for Aston Villa. Just watch out for them. They're one team that one can't just take off or write off. And that is the beauty of the Premier League. So Unai Emery has done a fantastic job.
Toby, I've got a question for you. Obviously, you're from Nigeria. Is there any Nigerian players in the Premier League?
You said what?
Is there any Nigerian players in the Premier League?
Yeah, Nigerian, of course.
It will be, yeah.
Iwobi, yeah, Iwobi. Yeah,
and Awoniyi.
Awoniyi, yeah, he's Nigerian. Yeah, Awoniyi from Nottingham Forest, yeah.
Yeah, he's Nigerian. Yeah, we have Nigerian players, yeah.
Yeah. Ryan, moving on to you now. Obviously, Aston Villa thrashing Brighton after Brighton winning 4-0 against 3-1 against Bournemouth. Sorry. What's your thoughts on Aston Villa 6, Brighton 1?
Yeah, obviously Aston Villa, great win. Obviously 6 goals, and yeah, they did very well in this game. Obviously, Ollie Watkins, he's always a player that I've really rated. Really, to be honest, I think he's a great little player up front, very clinical. So I think he's quite underrated. I think he's a really good player. But yeah, Brighton, very poor to be. You can't. Conceding 6 goals. I mean, come on. I don't care how good the opposition. You can't concede that many goals in a game. Very poor. But yeah, obviously Aston Villa, good win for them. Obviously Villa Park's always a tough place to go, to be fair, for teams. But yeah, good win for Villa. But Brighton, that is not nowhere near good enough. So yeah.
Yeah, and the rest. Moving on to what's your thoughts on Aston Villa 6, Brighton 1? Yeah, I know, Aiden. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, listen, for me, Brighton put in a shambles performance. So, but you know what, United fans, let's get this early. Listen, that's what United fans get from me because, as I said, no managers, no matter what you get, Zinedine Zidane, nothing will change if you're still working with the Glazers. But anyways, listen, fair play to Unai Emery. Listen, starting to play very, very good football, and you know what? Fair play to Emery, fair play to the team, and yeah, they were just clinical in that game. So fair play to them, and yeah, big up to Emery. Obviously,
do you rate Emery as a manager?
Yeah, he's a good manager. I think when it comes to in-game management and tactical, yeah, he's up there. So,
but he didn't do well for Arsenal. I don't think he did well for Arsenal.
Yeah, but no, this is a good win for Villa. So yeah, Brighton, they're just gonna have to work themselves out to first. So yeah.
Yeah. Now we're gonna go through some of the games, and anyone can butt in if they want to. Oh, what's going on there? What happened there, Res? Oh. I didn't remove you. I must have accidentally removed you or something. Yeah. So Newcastle beating Burnley 2-0. Everton beating Luton beating Everton 2-1. West Ham beating Sheffield United 2-0. Obviously, it happened again. I don't know why it happened.
Yeah.
Luton Burnley 2-1. Obviously 2 red cards in this game, but Spurs winning 2-1. Apparently Klopp wants a replay in this match, so I don't know why.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, okay. If you want the replay, let's let you now replay the game against Tottenham, or I don't know, mate, because the way that Klopp wants to play replay. Okay, fair enough. Cool. I find it funny, to be fair.
But what are your thoughts on this game, Arrest? Why do you think that Liverpool lost this game?
Well, for me, I don't think that's offside. The Diaz goal, listen, I think.
Oh yeah, that wasn't offside. No.
I listened to the audio. And, yeah, listen, Premier League's corrupt, man. The officials, they're just a shambles, man. Honestly, Tottenham, listen, credit to them, credit to Ange Postecoglou. And Liverpool, man, even with 9 or 10 men, they managed the game well. But you know what, Tottenham, they won the game, and yeah, Son, he's on his form. He's playing well, man. He's amazing. He's back to his best.
Who scored for Liverpool? Is it Gakpo?
Yeah, I believe.
And also, what were your thoughts on the red cards, the Curtis Jones and the Jota? Do you
think Curtis Jones, that's a red card for me.
What about Jota though? Because I was speaking to a Liverpool fan today, and he didn't think both of them were red cards. He thought the Curtis Jones one was a bit of a trip. And he thought
Liverpool fans going to say that, but yeah, for me, Jota one was a red card, and Curtis, I don't know. Sorry. Curtis Jones was a red card, but Jota, I'm not sure, but is what it is.
And obviously, we've got some Man United fan here today, and obviously, I'm going to start off with Ryan because he went to the game. So, Ryan, what's your thoughts on Man United 2, Galatasaray 3?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it was a game going into it that it had to be a win. I know I don't care who you're playing. To be fair, you've got to be winning this game. But the players well and truly blew it again. I mean, obviously, it was a matter of the same old story, really. Obviously, I know the goal disallowed, obviously, from Højlund, obviously, was the first bit of that. But obviously, it was the correct decision, having looked back on it, so that's fair enough. But then, obviously, the fact is, going ahead twice and conceding within 4 or 5 minutes, it is just pathetic. It really is pathetic. You can't legislate for that, really. You've got to be switched on at all times. These players just constantly let you down on a weekly basis. I think, obviously, yeah. So we lost the league twice, and then, yeah, I mean, the horrible mistake by Onana. I mean, I'm sorry, but that was absolutely woeful. Not only that, the mistake, but then forcing Casemiro into having to make that challenge, and now he's suspended, obviously, because he got sent off. I know, obviously, Galatasaray missed the penalty, but Yeah, they ended up scoring a few minutes later anyway, so it didn't really matter, did it? But yeah, Onana for me, he was supposedly a player that could play with his feet, but he doesn't. There's no improvement under him. He's no better than De Gea. De Gea was making these kind of mistakes.
And Ryan, you can never replace a legend.
No, but everyone was saying that De Gea should leave and he's not good enough and he should be going. But now, Onana's coming and he's doing.
Onana's conceded 17 goals in 9 games now.
I'm more looking because I can understand the protection that he's got is quite poor. But I'm on about the things that he should be dealing better with, and he's not doing that. And that's my point. Because the Galatasaray won the game, but look, it's nowhere near good. Like the defense, I'm looking at everyone in that defense. By the way, I'm not looking at just one player. Even Varane. Varane looks so sluggish to me. He doesn't look like. He's shocking. Dalot, he didn't play well in this game, and yeah, like I say, Amrabat is not a left back. I know it's already been mentioned, but Amrabat for me cannot continue to play at left back. He needs to be in the midfield. So Ten Hag needs to do that. But again, it was the same old story of starting players that constantly start with whether they play good or bad in games. Garnacho for me, I know obviously people say, "Oh, I love Garnacho and I'm a big fan of it." No. Garnacho, every time he plays, shows fight, pride, brings energy, he gives as a go. And every time he's come on, he's always done something. So what does he actually have to do to start a game? He doesn't make any sense. But yeah, very poor. No excuses. Yeah. And Ten Hag, for me, I'm not Ten Hag out. Let's just put that here. But he has to take responsibility as well. He has to have the criticism as well. Because at the end of the day,
I said this to Toby as well. Who do you think's fault is it? Is it the players or is it the manager?
I think everybody's accountable. To be fair, isn't it? Everyone's accountable. Yeah. Nobody can go. But we know the biggest problem is at the top. That's where it stems from. That's the reality. But
so you mean the board?
Yeah. But Ten Hag has to be doing better. I've questioned his selections, his timing of substitutions, everything. I don't understand. He shouldn't be consistent with playing players that do not perform for him and go against his so-called hard work mantra that he says in this high standards he apparently sets. I don't see any standards because these players aren't delivering high standards. And you can say that these players haven't got the mentality to have high standards, but this is a results-based business, and Ten Hag and the team are not getting results, so something has to give. But yeah, another disastrous night, and not good enough. Nowhere near good enough. And these players, the majority of these players, just one final, the majority of these players are not fit to wear that shirt, and it's quite clear.
Yeah, and before we get on to Toby and the rest, then we're going to wrap up soon. We'll talk about the Arsenal game, then we'll do some predictions, some games. And obviously, we're getting into the second half. It's half-time in both games, English games. It's Newcastle 2, PSG 0, and it's Leipzig 0, Man City 1, half-time. So I'm just watching the stream to get some more views. But we've got a comment here from Aidan Tate, HTSC fan. He says, 2 managers have left this evening. Mark Hughes has left Bradford City, and Sheffield Wednesday sacked their manager Xisco Muñoz. So very thanks for saying that, mate. Obviously Sheffield Wednesday got rid of the manager and the Bradford City manager's left. So obviously something's going wrong with both those clubs. We'll move on to you now, Toby. What's your thoughts on Man United 2, Galatasaray 3?
Well, it's disastrous. It was a disastrous night, in the Champions League. And it was more like predictable, if you ask me, because I'm sure most of our fan base already know the outcome. Most of them have lost confidence because I think 2 games before this Champions League game, if we score the opponent if we score the opponent scores a goal, we concede a goal. It's now becoming a norm. It's becoming a norm at the club, which is not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be. Minus Højlund, the remaining 9 players or 10 players, it's more like the 9 players switch off, because I see Onana get a lot of criticisms, but if you ask me, he's not to be scapegoated, because that is what our fan base do now. They tend to look for a scapegoat. Of course, Dalo underperformed. He should have stopped that Zaha's goal. It was more like he escorted Zaha down to to our final third, and of course, Zaha did what he did. So the point is, we need our defenders and our midfielders. Everybody needs to switch on. They don't need to switch off. What the problem with Manchester United is, when they are out of possession, when they are not with the ball, they don't know what to do. It's like they've switched off the tactics. There's no concentration. They start to panic. That is just the problem. That is just the problem. They get out of possession. I'm sorry, out of positions, which the opponent exploits. Because you look at the goal Icardi scored, the winning goal. It was similar to the kind of goal Awoniyi scored against when we played Nottingham Forest. It was similar. Defense was exposed. Amrabat, obviously, I wouldn't blame him because he played out of position. He puts Icardi onside. That would have been an offside, if you know what I mean. So it's more like everybody or most of those players are not good enough. They don't know what it means to play for Manchester United. The mentality, the game plan, the system Erik ten Hag is trying to implement at the club, they are not fit enough to execute the system. Just a few of them. Oli, I heard you mention about, was it you or was it Ryan that mentioned about Varane?
Yeah, that was Ryan. That was Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay, not being good enough. So I wouldn't blame Varane because it's more.
I'm not blaming him though. I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying he has got quite.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm trying to buttress. You have a point, and I'm trying to buttress what you're trying to say. Varane is a good defender. He's a good player. But when you have all the load, when it's just you who know what to do, who has that mentality, you can't carry the whole defense.
I'm not saying that, but the problem is,
I'm not saying you.
What I saw last night though is where's the leadership? Varane's meant to be experienced. Why is he not being a leader on that pitch? He's not leading the back line like he should be doing. I'm not saying it's all on him, but I'm just saying as an experienced pro,
I get.
you know what I mean?
I get. Yeah, I get what you mean. But the thing is, the players, you see, I was talking to somebody today, and I was like, the likes of Maguire, the likes of Lindelof, the likes of McTominay, we need to get this lot out of the club. Because same problem. Before Ten Hag came in, we had Maguire, we had Lindelof, we had Scott McTominay. We still struggled. So this set of players, we still have them in the club, and they will still cause the manager problems. They are not good enough. In fact, it was shocking for Galatasaray to score from a set piece, from a throw. Come on, who does that? You don't switch off. And for our fan base calling Ten Hag out, he is not the problem. Ten Hag will give instructions, obviously, to the players. Obviously, it's not Ten Hag that will go to the pitch and kick the ball and tell them who to pass to. Ten Hag will not go to the pitch and say, okay, you must score the goal or tell the players who to pass to. He has given the instructions to the players. These are professionals. They're supposed to know what exactly to do, having gotten instructions from the manager, backstage. So it was shambolic. I felt like there was no hope. There was no way for Manchester United from these, but it is what it is. But to be honest, I think we'll get slapped up by Brentford. That's another nightmare. For the club, Look at the cheap goals. It was cheap goals we conceded against Galatasaray, goals that should have been avoided. That was the kind of goals that we scored. It boils down to the players' mentality. These players are collecting above 100K every week, every goddamn week. So you can't tell me you can't be sharp, you can't concentrate, you don't know the game plan, you can't stick to the game plan. If we are reliant on the injured players, that means we are doomed. If we are reliant on injured players, we're reliant on Martinez to be back. We are reliant on every other player's injured to be back. Then we are doomed, because this is the game. We'll still keep getting injured players. We'll still keep getting them. So if it happens, it shows that our squad depth is absolutely disastrous. So I think it's high time for Ten Hag to be ruthless. I think Ores mentioned something about Ten Hag not really being that ruthless anymore. Have the balls. Drop Rashford. Obviously, Rashford and Onana. Drop them. Maybe they need a time to reflect. They need a time to reflect. You put in Atley. We all know. Put in Atley, of course. Put in Garnacho. Give the fan base the benefit of the doubt. Let us see if these guys will perform better. Putting Garnacho on almost when the game is over, it was not good. If not for Højlund was fantastic.
Garnacho had like 30 minutes, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And Højlund was absolutely sensational. If you take Højlund
Garnacho had 22 minutes in the game plus added time, so.
Yeah, but the thing is, you should be having more than that, man. The fact I'm saying
he should be starting some of these games.
You should be having more than that. But you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have my thoughts. Varane, I'm Varane. I'm disappointed in Varane and Casemiro, to be fair. Varane, Monday afternoon. A reporter asks him about the squad for the Champions League, and he says, "Yes, I think we can win the Champions League." And then Tuesday night, where is the leadership? Where is the leadership in Varane, man? It's the same guy that's won 5 Champions League titles at Real Madrid.
You can't blame him.
The leadership. And for me, listen, we're not relying on Martinez. We're relying on players that have won this competition before. Casemiro, Varane. Onana almost won it. So where's the leadership in the back line? For me, Onana, dodgy pass. But I think
1-1.
What?
Sorry, 1-1 Man City.
That's good. Come on, Leipzig. Out the Leipzig!
Out the Leipzig!
But yeah.
Yeah, goal. I don't know who scored it.
Oli. Okay, but for me, listen. And by the way, Ten Hag, stop playing Bruno on the right. How many times are you going to play Bruno on the right and put Palestra on the bench? Because it's the same player on the right that we lost 7-0 to Liverpool when Bruno was playing on the right. What do you not understand? That Bruno on the right does not work. It does not work at all. But you know what? You want to fit your boy Mason Mount. You want him to start. You want him to get guaranteed minutes because you know what? Some United fans that defend him saying he gives us the energy in the midfield. He presses. He's a United fan. His dad said in an interview he's a leader. All these rubbish and excuses that United fans. Listen, for me, in my overall opinion, I thought he was okay, but that doesn't mean he had a brilliant performance. I thought he was okay, but I don't credit a player just because he's doing the basics of football. Pressing. Come on, guys, pressing. That's the basics of football in a normal 90-minute game. So for me, yeah, Casemiro missing out in the next game. I think we've got Copenhagen at home. Which hopefully
and you're bottom of the group, by the way. You're bottom of the group.
Yes, Oli, I know that. Yeah. Which means that Amrabat should hopefully be playing in his normal position, and we should have the likes of Luke Shaw back, if I'm correct. I don't know. That would be
good if Luke Shaw's back. At least you have a proper left back.
I think Malacia will be back. I think Malacia will be back for the Copenhagen game. But
wait, what are you saying about Luke Shaw, Toby? Do you think he won't be back?
No, I think it's
another month.
Another month or so for Luke Shaw.
He's maybe December or something.
He's probably
Why isn't Malacia playing then? What's wrong with Malacia?
He's injured. I think he got injured at pre-season, to be fair. And it got all a bit quiet, but he did get injured in pre-season, but that's been a bit quiet. But listen, for me, what I'm saying is, obviously we got Brentford game, and then after that, international break. We lose to Brentford, not looking good, and then you guys will see more leaks coming out from the club. Then
and
again,
we'll see more runs from arrest.
Listen, the leaks, I don't know, man, because someone's been leaking out some information from the club. But also, by the way, Man United, yeah, how dare you allow Galatasaray fans to sit in the home end? How dare you let them? By the way,
wait, really? There were Galatasaray people in the home end.
I saw a tweet today, yeah. A father and daughter, yeah.
Ryan, did that happen when you were at the game? The Galatasaray fans in the home end?
Yeah, it was clearly visible. There was at least 1,000 dotted around the stadium, and they were a bit of trouble. They ripped down the banner as well.
They ripped down the banner for me, which is disgrace.
For me, you can credit their fans all you want about the atmosphere. Yes, they're great atmosphere. I'm not denying that. But they've gone down in my estimations with how they behaved last night.
Their behaviour.
Why were they in the home end though? Did they like order home end tickets?
Because anybody can buy tickets that they want from the Man United side, basically.
Yeah,
Any,
listen.
corporate seats.
Were they wearing like Galatasaray shirts and stuff?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Ollie, you have to be
So they were
smart.
like undercover. They were undercover.
For me, listen, I think it's a disgrace, you know, and I've been calling out the club for ages, and I've been saying, you're toxic. Listen, nothing's going to change. Glazers, they don't care about United. As I was saying, a dad and a daughter, they went to last night's game, right? And then the daughter of the dad, I think she was bleeding or something, and then the dad told the stewardship. The stewardship said, I don't care. So the dad had to rush the daughter to the hospital straight after the game. That shows you the stewardship at this football club is an absolute disgrace.
The steward said, I don't care.
Because the stewardships are there to get their money from the club, and that's all they care about. Stewardships, the word steward, if you search up in Google, is to protect and stuff. But
they don't do anything. They
don't do anything, especially at football matches as well. They don't give
anything. And plus, it's easy. It's actually easy to apply for stewardship.
I bought in some alcohol. Well, my dad bought in some alcohol, and they didn't give a shit. They're not allowed alcohol in the stadium.
So for me, listen, the club is toxic. The club's in a mess. The roof is still leaking. The roof is still leaking. Like I thought that was gonna get fixed.
Wait, the roof is leaking.
Yeah.
Wait, did they ever close the roof?
Nah, we don't close the roof. Something. It's not an open roof like whatever stadium.
Before we move on, we've got a comment here. Just going back to the Liverpool game, how was the goal offside? I watched the audio on YouTube. It clearly shows that Diaz is onside. I honestly think VAR is ruining the game, in my opinion. I think Ryan can agree with that as well. VAR is absolutely ruining football. They need to stop playing Fortnite and get on their apps and start.
It's a clear onside. I know it's Liverpool, but that was clearly should have been allowed that goal. I'm sorry, but it's disgraceful.
Oh yes, now Ollie's my turn. So Ollie Sinclair, talk to my Lens 2-1 against Arsenal in the Champions League. Where was Kai Havertz? All that chanting, waka, 65 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again. Where was that, mate? Where was that?
Listen, obviously we took the lead 1-0 Jesus, and then they scored, and it was 1-1 half time. Then obviously they scored again, and Jesus missed a sitter, and Havertz missed a sitter. For me, we're still second in the group. PSV drew 2-2 to Seville, so that is a good result because obviously Seville lost to Lens, I think, or drew to Lens, and then we obviously beat PSV. So we're second in the group with 1 loss and 1 draw, 1 win. So obviously we beat PSV 4-0 at home, which our home record is still the same, unbeaten at home. We're only unbeaten away. We're only beaten away because we drew away to I think Brentford, and we drew to Tottenham. Toby, before you go, let's shout out your socials. So where can we find you on YouTube and Instagram?
Yeah, of course. You can find me on Instagram, MEFC Global, and on Twitter, MEFC Global as well. So,
do you have a YouTube channel or not? Not yet.
Yeah, I have, but it's not active. I'm not really active on YouTube for now, but I'm more active on Instagram and on Twitter. MEFC Global.
Or X. It's called X now, but Twitter, yeah.
X. Yeah, you're right.
Big up for joining, Toby. Obviously, it's been a while since you've been in the stream, but it's been good to have you on. So good night, mate. Hopefully you have a good evening and get good sleep as well. And hopefully you'll be free for the next stream, hopefully. So, yeah, but big up, Toby. Big up to coming on, and obviously see you soon.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.
Big up. Bye. So obviously big up Toby there. He has to go now, but we're going to carry on with the game now. So obviously, Orest, you told me my thoughts. What's your thoughts on the game? Lens 2, Arsenal 1. Orest, you're muted. Oh, Ryan, do you want to go first then?
I think he's back.
Oh, you're back, right?
Yeah, let Ryan go first. But
Ryan, you go first about the
3-0
game.
Newcastle.
Lens, is it 3-0 Newcastle? Oh, yeah, it's 3-0 Newcastle, long stuff.
What is going on? This is not what I expect. But yeah,
I know. I predicted 2-1 PSG.
Yeah, I thought they were going to win. But anyway, this game, I mean, Orest is gone. Where's Orest? Ole.
Oh, he went backstage again. I don't know why he does that. I don't know.
But this game, I mean, Lens did very well. To be fair, I've not really heard of them. No disrespect to
they're 15th in League One.
But-
We lost your team at 15th in League One.
Oh
They were
my
at home
God.
to be. They were at home to be fair though.
Yeah,
Ollie-
still. No, Ollie, still. That's not good enough. But Lens,
Arteta out.
Lens did well, but Arsenal.
You know I'm an Arteta in, man, and I'm Arteta out now. You can't lose to fucking 15th in the league. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but you're defending this result, Ollie, you just said. But anyway, they lost the game. Arsenal players gone missing last night, obviously, and how can I talk? But yeah. Lens, they deserved the win. They took the game to Arsenal. Obviously, they were at home, but still, Arsenal should be winning this game. But good win for Lens, and it just adds a bit of spice to the group, I suppose. You know, with Lens picking up the result. But yeah.
Arrest you go now. What's your thoughts on the game?
Waka 16 down the drain. Listen, I told you, man. You guys gave me a charity penalty match for him. Anyways. Oh my God! I mean, I don't know, man. Like Lens, who are they? Because I know they're
15th in the league, as I said.
Yeah, but like I said, this is poor performance from us. I really don't know why Arteta played Saka because there was no need to. But
yeah, we need to save him for the Man City game.
No, credit to Lens, man. Credit to Lens. Arsenal, there's a lot of things to deal with because listen, now there's big pressure for us to meet Man City on the weekend. But yeah, I mean, Shite Havertz, I don't know where he was. Saka obviously got injured in the first 30 minutes, so I don't know where else to go on from now because there's big pressure for Arsenal against City this weekend. So
yeah.
And
talking about that, let's get our predictions in.
I'm saying 1-1.
1-1. What are you, Ryan? What are you saying?
Well, am I going with what I want to happen or what will happen?
Go with what you want to happen.
Well, I probably would prefer to see Arsenal win, but I would probably say it's going to be a draw. But yeah, I'm probably going to go
1-1.
Yeah, 1-1, yeah.
I'm confident. I'm going 2-1 Arsenal. I'm really confident for this game.
Ooh, okay, Ollie.
2-1 Arsenal, yeah. And of course, guys, we didn't get Toby's prediction, but we'll get your guys' prediction. Arrest, we'll start with you. Man United, Brentford. What's your score prediction?
2-1 Brentford.
You're serious, are you? 2-1 Brentford?
Ole, you can't argue with it though.
Ryan, what are you saying? What's your prediction?
Yeah, I think this is another loss for me as well, I'm afraid.
Oh my God.
But Ole, it's the situation. You go into every game thinking you're going to lose. That's where we are at the moment. So yeah, but for me, probably 2-1 to Brentford as well.
You know what? I'm going to be confident. I'm going 2-1 Man United. Come on, Man United. Come on. Let's beat the bees. Let's sting them.
Ollie, I don't know where you get this confidence from, like. Because we all know Rashford will be starting. Obviously,
I just want to, guys, before we end, big up the comments, big up Aiden, big up Ryan, and big up Arrest, of course. But we are going to end now. So before we end, let's shout out your socials. So Arrest, where can we find you on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter?
You can find me ranting on YouTube very soon. So yeah, R6 Football on YouTube, Instagram, R6 Football, Twitter or X. I call it Twitter, but obviously now the name has changed. So X, you can find me R6 Talks Footy, where I try my best to post a lot, but I'm very active in football reasons. And yeah, a bit only find me on.
And Ryan, obviously we can find you Huddersfield Fan TV. Any other socials you want to shout out?
Yeah, no, obviously my channel isn't active anyway at the moment, so there's no good shouting out. But yeah, no, I think that's it. To be fair.
That's it, yeah.
I don't really, but yeah, like I said, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, big up. And obviously, Toby shouted at socials. I just wanted to big up for a few people. Don't leave, guys. Yeah, obviously I'll talk to you in the back room, but just wanted to big up True Guna, who couldn't join tonight. Obviously, he didn't view my link or the telling him to join. We got two Blues broadcasts who were also busy. Both the lads were busy, and they said they would join if they were able to, but they weren't available, so they couldn't join today. You can catch me on a few other channels, of course. Arrest, big up Arrest Talks Football. I've been on Ryan's channel as well, Huddersfield Fan TV. I've been on Coach's Corner, just on the stream with Hanno, Manny, the two Stevens as well, Steve CV and Mr. B. So that was a really good stream. I've been on Mr. B's channel as well. We did a watch along for England, Scotland. I was with Manny in that one as well. You can catch me on Tailboy Gunner TV. I was on a stream with Manny as well on there. Stephen Featley, RIP Stephen. Hope you rest well in heaven. Obviously, he's been on my channel before as well. Villa TV, obviously, I've lost contact with Bailey now, but I've been on his channel before. We did a match reaction, which he didn't upload, and I've been on a few of his streams and videos. AFC talk show, AFC TV talk show. Obviously, big up MK. Obviously, Flair left, but big up MK. Obviously, he's taking a bit of a break now. But I've been on their channel a few times. Yeah, a few other channels that I can't name as much. Obviously, you can find me here, DJ Sinclairo, capital DJ, space SINCLAIRO. That's DJ with my surname and O for Ollie. Basically, you can catch me here doing Gameweek reviews. You can catch me doing DJ sets. You can catch me putting up some unreleased songs from artists, me going to games, me doing reviews, me doing live concert gigs, festival gigs. Some stuff that's coming off. Obviously, I've just done a review of the Arsenal women's game that I went to. I did a few unreleased songs. James Hype Drums featuring Kim Petras is out now on my YouTube. That was live at Capital Dance Ibiza. And I also did Martin Garrix's Flashlights, which was his intro at Tomorrowland in 2023. You can also catch Fair Ridings on the 13th of October. So on the 12th of October, on Thursday, the 12th of October, 7 p.m., I'm going to Cardiff Urplas, the Great Hall, to see Fair Ridings. Not sure if Ryan's coming, but if he doesn't, obviously I will be videoing stuff for him. And obviously, got my theory next Wednesday, so really hope I pass. Then I've got a course on the weekend, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I will be busy. I'll probably be streaming in the next 2 weeks, because next week I've got this week obviously done the stream. Next week I've got the theory and Fair Ridings, and then the week after that I should be free. So I'm going to take a bit of a break next week because of my theory for Wednesday at 11 a.m. and then 7 p.m. on Thursday I'm going to see Fair Ridings. So I can't do a stream on both those days, or Friday isn't the best day, and Monday and Tuesday I'm in college. So, well, Monday I'm not in college, but Monday isn't the best day, and Tuesday I'm in college in the morning. So I'll probably do a team Tuesday or the week after on Thursday, because I know JPT can join, Manny can join, Arrest can join, Ryan can join, True Gunner hopefully can join. So Spurs Live can probably join as well, Ronan, Joel. So a lot of people can join on a Thursday. So I'll try to do them on the Thursday instead of a Wednesday. If you want to catch me on Instagram, Ollie.Sinclair556, just hit 881 followers, on the road to 1,000 followers, on the road to 900 first. And _Rams to fan page 1 on my fan page. I'm currently on 819 followers, so on the road to 900, then 1K. I've obviously still not very active on there. I've started doing stories, and I've obviously got a black profile picture, but I will be back doing a profile picture, doing posts, and doing often stories and match the edits and stuff. If you want to catch me on TikTok, Ollie's Epic556. I actually went to college and a few people followed me on my TikTok. So go follow me on the road to 500 followers. I do live music concerts. I do, songs about TV shows I like, about my life and stuff like that. So go check me out on there. DJ Sinclairo 556 on Mixcloud. Did a mix today. DJ Sinclairo in the mix 42. And after a long break, I came back with Who Does This mix 54, I believe. Friday Feeling Mix #5 is out on Friday, and there might be a weekend mix out on the weekend, because obviously I haven't done a weekend mix in a while. So I think that's weekend mix 15 or something like that, or 13, 14, 15. And then obviously the same next week. Monday is Who Does This. Tuesday is Day Off. Wednesday is Decent Care in the Mix. Thursday is Day Off. So tomorrow's my day off, and I'm actually doing a job interview at my college. So I'm not in until 2 p.m. and I leave. I'm got something at 3 and I leave at 4 and get home at 5. And then I'm in Friday. But yeah, I've got EAFC 24. Arrest beat me 6-2 today, which is some news. And Ryan, I need to play Ryan as well. I've got my team is I've got Rare Ringar, I've got Ramsdale, No, sorry, I've got Raya. I want to get Ramsdale. Van Dijk, Laporte. I've got some right back, Sam Kerr, Haaland, De Bruyne. No, not De Bruyne. Rodri, Odegaard, Martinelli. Some right mid and a few other players. But apart from that, DJ Sinclairo on SoundCloud, go check out their sped up songs. Big up Ryan, who's been supporting some of my sped up songs in the past. And he's been supporting my mix as well on Mixcloud. DJ Sinclairo on Twitter. I'm not very active on there. I'm on about 15 followers. So go follow me there. I'm on LinkedIn as well. Personally, DM me for that. And if you want to find me, Snapchat, PlayStation, or Xbox, please personally DM. Any other social media one, Tinder, OnlyFans. No, I'm joking. But anything other than Instagram, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, please do personally DM for that. But I just want to big up Toby MUFC Global for joining earlier. Big up Ryan for joining regular on the show. And of course, Rest, who's been here from day one. He's only missed a few teams when he's been in Albania or when he's busy and stuff. Last comment here. Ores says OTF Pro Clubs. Yeah, we do need to get that going. Me in goal. Ryan needs to be in the left wing. Rest in striker. Maybe Waleed in centre back. But yeah, we do need to get that going. If everyone in the rest of football gets the AFC 23, obviously me, Ryan, and the rest, the three confirmed we've got it. I'm not sure. I think Ronan has the AFC 24 because he pre-ordered the thing. I think Elliot has it. Waleed probably has it. I don't know if Hardeep has it.
We'll just talk more later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in the back room, obviously. But big up Ryan, big up Arrest, big up Toby. Obviously, big up True Bruno who couldn't join. Big up Two Blues Podcast. Big up Mr. B who couldn't join. Obviously, I was in his stream. Big up Manny as well, who was on his stream. Big up for co-hosting. And big up Hannah for hosting the stream as well. Apart from that, big up Aiden, big up Ryan, and big up Arrest in the comments. That's been your Game Week 7 review. My next week stream, let's set a date. So I will be back on the 18th of October because obviously next week, as I said, Wednesday I've got my theory, and if I fail, I'll be really pissed and I won't do a stream. But if I pass, I might do a stream actually. For Thursday, I'm seeing fair riding, so I can't do it then. So probably the Thursday of the week after, because Manny can join, Ronan can join, Spurs I can join, Two Blues Podcast, so JPT, so everyone can join really on the Thursday. So anyway, guys, that's your Game Week 7 review. Big up Ryan, big up Rest, big up me, big up Toby, and we'll see you guys soon. 18th October. See you guys soon. Bye.
Time you stay for me. Outside we lose, we giving chills, we ain't the same, buddy. Cold when the sun goes down.
United.